we are looking at the grave. And in this grave lies my hopes and dreams. Sorry, it's a very dark intro, but seriously, we are going to talk about the multiplayer today, and specifically about one feature of the multiplayer that is coming. Here is what the developers said during the recent live stream about trading items.
But there is more than that. Actually, you're going to be able to exchange items together. So let's say you sit on a big pile of iron ingot, for example, in your world, you know? You can give that to your friend and help them in their quest. It's a really cool way to engage with other players. You have also the ability to visit each other Scrooge McDuck store. So if you don't like what you have in stock today in your own valley, feel free to go to your friends and see what they have in stock. And if you are interested in one of these items, feel free to purchase it. So that's cool.
All right, so during the live stream, I've had a lot of people telling me that, oh, that is great. They said we're going to be able to trade items. I can finally get all of my previous Star Path items or some super rare Scrooge finds that I was trying to find. And I rewatched this clip multiple times, and I honestly don't see where anybody says that you can trade items. It literally, the only thing it showcases that we can trade is resources, like iron ingots, and it doesn't even say trade. If you watch the entire stream, they mention in one point that we are going to be able to request certain resources, and the friends will be able to fill out our requests. The way it sounds, it's going to be pretty much exactly the same as it works in Palia right now. If you have been playing Palia, you know exactly how requests work in Palia. Basically, you have friend list, and you can post a request. For example, you can have up to 4 requests a day, I think, in Palia. Or at the same time until it gets filled out, then you can do new requests. So basically, you can place a request. For example, I want a certain amount of iron ingots. Depending on the item that you're requesting, there's going to be an amount that you can request at once. So for example, 5 iron ingots. I want iron ingots. I can place a request for 5 iron ingots. And then my friends from my friend list could see all of their friends' requests. And if they have a lot of iron ingots, they could give me 5 iron ingots. That's the way I see the trading working in Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's the way I got from watching the stream. And I think that's exactly how it's going to work. I'm curious to know if you have a different opinion. We still don't know exactly how trading's gonna work, but this is what it sounds like from everything we've heard so far. Now, people are saying, what about Scrooge store items? Okay, we can trade resources, which is like basically all the raw resources, potentially food, potentially ingredients, fruits, vegetables, all that stuff, basically items that go right here. If it can be put in your inventory, you can probably trade it, unless it's a chest. I doubt they'll let you trade chests. But what about Scrooge items? So many people got excited that we're gonna be able to trade Scrooge items. Well, once again, haven't heard any mention from the stream about trading Scrooge items. However, it does sound like we will be able to get access to other people's Scrooge stores.
You have also the ability to visit each other Scrooge McDuck store. So if you don't like what you have in stock today in your own valley, feel free to go to your friends and see what they have in stock. And if you are interested in one of these items, feel free to purchase it. So that's cool.
It's definitely pretty cool because this basically, if you're part of a community, for example, on my Discord server, we are going to have a special channel where people will be able to post basically what rare items they have in their Scrooge store, and for example a code to visit their valley. I don't know how they're going to implement it. Potentially we should probably add each other as friends. I wonder if there's going to be a limit how many people you can add as friends. But if you add a lot of people as friends, you can just share what you see in your Scrooge store every day. And if you see somebody of your friends have an item that you really want to get, you can just visit their valley and just go into Scrooge store and buy that item. They didn't specifically say that there is going to be a limit of how many items you can buy, but I just don't see such an incredible feature not having a limit. Like, they're probably not gonna allow you to visit 100 Scrooge stores every single day and buy out their entire stock. If I were to guess, I would say you will only be able to buy one item per day. That's how I would do it. You may think, oh my god, it sounds so low. What am I gonna do with one item per day? But think about it. If you play your cards right...
My neighbors are great.
Shut up, Mickey. If you really find the most perfect item, for example, one of your friends has the item that you wanted to get for such a long time, for example, a vine wall. You see your friend have it in the shop, you go visit it, you buy it, that's it. You can't buy any more items in anybody else's shop for the rest of the day. Is it really such a bad thing getting your top item once a day? Like, most of the items you'll be able to get from your own Scrooge store. This feature could be utilized just for getting those super rare items that have been eluding you for a long time. And the chances that one of your friends will have it at some point, it's very high. So I feel like one item per day limit would be still incredible. It could be more than one. It could be 3 items. If it's 3 items, imagine the possibility. You can basically guarantee to grow your item collection by 3 every single day. That probably will gonna take you just a couple of months to completely finish your collection. So in my opinion, even though we probably not going to be able to trade Scrooge items, just this feature to be able to pretty much pick one item a day. Well, once again, I'm speculating that it's going to be limited to one.
And if you are interested in one of these items.
But even if it is, that's literally the worst case. It cannot be 0. We know for sure it's going to be at least 1. If you can get one item that is on the top of your list per day, that's like incredible feature. So I think it's even better than trading, because this way you get to communicate with people, you get to visit their valleys, you get to mingle, to interact, and get some cool items from their valleys as well. Now, let's talk about something that probably deserves the entire separate video. I think I will make next week, or this week, a whole separate video on this topic. Trading Star Path items. There are good ways to introduce Star Path items into the game, and once again, I'm going to make a whole video on it. There's a lot of ways that I've seen people suggest how to allow newer players to get access to them. I just don't think trading is the right way. I don't think, and it's going to be controversial, and please hear me out till the end before you leave an angry comment. I just don't think it's a good idea to allow people to trade Star Path items with each other. One reason is that it just completely defeats the purpose of buying Star Path and grinding it if you know that you can just like you can let your friend complete the Star Path, and then in the end you can just trade him, like trade the items. That's one thing. Like it completely defeats the purpose of buying the Star Path, which is potentially a decent way to Gameloft to make money. A lot of people probably like buy Moonstones to buy Star Path, and honestly, if they're not active in Dream Snaps and they not getting any stream of, like, there's a lot of people who would rather pay money to get Moonstones instead of wasting their time on grinding Dream Snaps, for example. Oh, look at that. Me and Mickey are sitting together. Oh, that is adorable. I'm gonna snap this. Oh, wait, I can't take a photo. I'll just take a screenshot. Aww. Look how cute this is. Aww. This is adorable. Anyway. So, I don't see why would Gameloft allow us to basically not participate in Star Path and still get the best items that we want. I don't think it's fair. I think Star Path, the way it is already incredibly, incredibly fair. And by introducing trading Star Path items, it's just gonna completely make it a joke, if we're being honest. Now, there are better ways, in my opinion, to give older players, newer players, access to older Star Path items, and I'm gonna talk about it in one of the future videos. But for now, let's just say I just don't see them introducing trading Star Path items, and it goes without saying we will never be able to trade premium shop items, because that's that's their source of money. They literally wouldn't let you, like, if you could trade premium items, you could just get one person to buy it and then trade it with like 1,000 people, and then they're going to be missing out on all the revenue. So we're definitely never going to see trading premium shop items, and for a good reason. That just doesn't make any sense. And also, how, like, let's talk about the regular Scrooge items. How would this even work? In order to trade, it's in the word trading. What would you trade it for? For example, you want to get, let's say, a vine wall, and your friend has it in his inventory, but what do you trade him for it? Do you just trade like a desk or a couch just to initiate the trade? How do we assign, like, how do we choose what, like, why would they need that couch? There is no trade involved. It's basically them just giving you the wine bowl, and there's nothing you can give them in return. I mean, I guess if you have some rare item that they want, and they have some rare item that you want, but then imagine that, if that was allowed, it would literally take couple of days for everybody to have every single rare furniture item in the game, rendering the Scrooge store completely useless. If I'm being honest, right now Scrooge store, it's a little bit too strict. It's really hard to get all of the Scrooge items, especially if you're not doing refresh. A lot, like, once you get a decent amount of items, there's going to be multiple days where you're not going to be getting any new items. But I feel like allowing us to visit other people's Scrooge stores is perfect solution for this problem. It's going to basically expand the Scrooge inventory that you can browse through every single day. And it's just much more fair change. It will still allow you to get the items much more easily, but it's not going to make it so easy to the point where the Scrooge becomes completely irrelevant. Trading Scrooge items would completely destroy the need for Scrooge McDuck's shop and kill all the excitement of you checking the store every single day. I feel like they are doing changes. They probably should tweak the algorithm that shows you, like, I would say it would be fair if you could guarantee at least one new item per day. Even if it's a stinky couch, I still want to collect all of them. I feel like it would be fair if we were guaranteed to get one new item per day. Also, just being able to visit your friend's Scrooge store, I feel like it's gonna expand the inventory so much that it's gonna become fair, and anything above that, it's just gonna be overkill. So I'm kind of curious. This is a very controversial opinion. I know a lot of people want to have trading items in the game, but I just don't think it's going to be good for the game. It could be exciting for the first few days. Oh yeah, you're getting new items left and right, but then after a while you're just going to run out of items to get, and you're not going to need to go to the Scrooge store. There's nothing new in there for you. You basically like, the way I see Scrooge store is just something to keep checking every day, and it's like a long-term goal that you work towards. I'm curious to hear from you. Maybe there is a good way to implement it. Maybe there is, like, if you introduce a certain limit, for example, you can only trade, I don't know, one item per day. That would be pretty much the same thing as being able to visit your friend Scrooge and buy one item per day. It kind of feels like exactly the same thing. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. And also, do you think we will ever be allowed to trade or share our Touch of Magic designs? I feel like that we absolutely need. I would love to share my dresses with people, and I've seen some other dresses that people made on Discord that I would love to have in my game. I feel like there's no downside because we cannot use these items in Dream Snaps anyway, and it's not like you need, like, those items are completely custom, so they don't count towards any collections. So it's just for fun. It's just for fun. I feel like there's no reason not to allow us to trade Touch of Magic. I feel like once we get the multiplayer, people will get so many new furniture items. And they already made Scrooge Store way better in the last update, especially with Furniture Pouch exclusive inclusion. And I feel like having other people's stores available to you is going to make it even easier to collect the items. But it's very important to maintain the balance of making things not too hard, but also not too easy. Otherwise, it can just become boring and insignificant very quickly. Anyway, I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed in the comments, I feel like, because I've seen so many people really, really, really wanting to get furniture items trading. And I'm sure there's a good way to implement it. So let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion about this in the comments. What do you guys think? How do you feel? Thank you so much for watching, and huge thanks to all of our supporters. Looking forward to seeing your comments. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the update as well. I wonder, they said that it's just like a first step for the multiplayer, which means there's going to be so many more features in the future introduced in the multiplayer, and I cannot wait to see what they are. I hope we'll be able to have a full crossplay between all the consoles. I don't feel fair for PlayStation to be excluded, because I'm sure people who play on PlayStation have a lot of friends on other platforms who they would love to visit and trade with. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to be an option, at least the way the game works right now, but maybe it's going to be fixed on the full release. Who knows? Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and take care, my friends.